Hi, welcome. Appreciate you coming back. Or if you're new, that's good too. So, we're in Genesis chapter 43. And what had happened before, just in case you forgot or you hadn't been listening, is Joseph's brothers had come to Joseph and he gave them some grain. But he kept one of the brothers, and they were supposed to bring Benjamin, his little brother, back to them. So let's see what happens. Now the famine was severe in the land, and it came to pass when they had eaten up the grain which they had brought from Egypt, that their father said to them, "Go back, buy us a little food." Because remember, when the brothers left, Joseph gave them a bunch of grain. He also gave them their money back too. But Judah spoke to them, saying, "The man solemnly warned us, saying, 'You shall not see my face unless your brother is with you. If you send our brother with us, we will go down and buy you food. But if you will not send him, we will not go down. For the man said to us, You shall not see my face unless your brother is with you.'" And Israel, that's Jacob, said, "Why did you deal so wrongfully with me as to tell the man whether you still had another brother?" See, he's upset. He misses Joseph, and he's afraid that was it Simeon? One of the other brothers is still in Egypt. He's kind of in captivity, right? He's been kind of held as a hostage, maybe, or ransom. I don't know. But anyway, he's still there. So he's lost 2 kids, and he's afraid he's going to lose Benjamin too. But they said, "The man asked us pointedly about ourselves and our family, saying, 'Is your father still alive? Have you another brother?' And we told him according to these words. Could we possibly have known that he would say to us, 'Bring your brother down'?" When Judah said to Israel, his father, "Send the lad with me, and we will arise and go, that we may live and not die, both we and you and our little ones. I myself will be surety for him. From my hand you shall require him. If I did not bring him back to you and set him before you, then let me bear the blame forever. For we had not lingered, surely by now we would have returned the second time." And their father Israel said to them, "If it must be so, then do this. Take some of the best fruits of the land in your vessels and carry down a present for the man, a little balm, a little honey, spices and myrrh, pistachio nuts and almonds. Take double money in your hand, and take back in your hand the money that was returned in the mouth of your sacks. Perhaps it was an oversight. Take your brother also, and arise, go back to the man, and may God Almighty have mercy on you, give you mercy before the man, that he may release your other brother and Benjamin. If I am bereaved, I am bereaved." So he's like, "Okay, we're going to send a bunch of stuff as like a peace offering, plus the money that you sent, plus a little bit, plus the money you were supposed to pay before, because it could have been an oversight, and we're going to pay double this time." So the men took the present and Benjamin, and they took double money in their hand, and arose and went down to Egypt, and they stood before Joseph. Then Joseph saw Benjamin with them, and he said to the steward of his house, "Take these men to my home and slaughter an animal and make ready, for these men will dine with me at noon." Then the man did as Joseph ordered, and the man brought the men to Joseph's house. Now the men were afraid because they were brought to Joseph's house, and they said, "Is it because of the money which was returned in our sacks the first time that we are brought in, so that he may make a case against us and seize us to take us as slaves with our donkeys?" When they drew near to the steward of Joseph's house, they talked with him at the door of the house and said, "Oh, sir, we indeed came down the first time to buy food, but it happened when we came to the encampment that we opened our sacks, and there each man's money was in the mouth of the sack, our money in full weight. So we've brought it back in our hand, and we brought it back down, other money, to buy food. We do not know who put the money in our sacks." And he said, Peace be with you. Do not be afraid. Your God and the God of your father has given you treasure in your sacks. I had your money." Then he brought Simeon out to them, the brother who had stayed behind. So the man brought them into Joseph's house and gave them water, and they washed their feet, and he gave their donkeys feed. And then they made the present ready for Joseph's coming at noon, for they heard that they would eat bread there. And when Joseph came home, they brought him the present which was in their hand to the house, and bowed down before him to the earth. And then he asked them about he asked them about their well-being, and said, "Is your father well, the old man of whom you spoke? Is he still alive?" And they answered, "Your servant our father is in good health, and he is still alive." And they bowed their heads down and prostrated themselves. And then he lifted his eyes and saw his brother Benjamin, his mother's son, and said, "Is this your younger brother of whom you spoke?" And he said, "God be gracious to you, my son." Now his heart yearned for his brother, so Joseph made haste and sought somewhere to weep. And he went into his chamber and wept there. Then he washed his face and came out. He restrained himself and said, "Serve the bread." So they set him a place by himself, and them by themselves, and the Egyptians who ate with them by themselves, because the Egyptians could not eat food with the Hebrews, for this is an abomination to the Egyptians. So everybody was eating in their own place. Joseph had his place, his brother was eating in the brothers were eating in their place, and the Egyptians were eating in their place. And they sat before him, the firstborn according to his birthright, and the youngest according to his youth. And the men looked in astonishment at one another. Then they took servings to them from before him, but Benjamin's serving was 5 times as much as any of theirs, so they drank and were merry with them. So Benjamin got more. And that is the end of chapter 43. Come back again. We're going to do 44 and see what else happens.